we just love to push the envelope as far as we can when we're writing, and anything that sounds really good and really, really cheeky, we fully endorse.
Welcome to the Dreams of Consciousness podcast. If the two of you would be so kind, would you mind introducing yourselves?
So my name is Tam. I play the drums in Scordatura.
And my name is Owen, and I play the guitar in Scordatura.
How would you describe the music of Scordatura?
The music of Scordatura, it's an amalgamation of all our different influences from different genres. So there's death metal in it, there's thrash in it, there's grindcore in it, there's a sprinkle of black metal, and there's even a sprinkle of jazz in it as well. So it's just a lot of things kind of mushed into one. Would you like to add to that?
Nothing that Tam hasn't already said. I just a pure mix of weird shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about what brought you guys together and what your intentions were for Scordatura in the beginning?
Yeah, so me and Owen, plus another couple of people, started the band in 2007, metal and everything like that. So we thought we'd just try and make a band out of it. Before that, we were playing Green Day covers and different stuff like that. So that was our early influence. But then, as of like 2007, we what was it?
That's Liam indeed.
Oh, we just got a visitor. Would you like to introduce yourself to the podcast audience?
Sure. My name's Liam. I'm the bass player for Scordatura.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
And so, Liam, I asked your
Who are these guys?
I asked your bandmates to describe the music of Scordatura. Do you want to add anything to what they already said?
We'll probably end up saying the same thing, but I would say that, it's kind of like certainly the last album's kind of like you're kind of getting blasted in the face. Just riffs, to be honest, just kind of brutality and chaotic riffs, I would say, is what we're kind of going for with the last album. So, yeah, I'd imagine Tam Moran said something similar.
Just to finish off what I was saying there, we started the band in 2007, and it's just been getting heavier and heavier and more complex since then.
Owen, do you want to say anything about putting the band together and what your intentions were?
No, not really. It was pretty much just as Tam says, to be honest.
Okay.
I'll say less next time.
Just take the words out of my mouth.
So, Liam, if I'm not mistaken, you joined fairly recently, right?
Yeah, I think it was about 2 years ago, roughly.
Okay. Did you know the guys personally, or were you a fan of their music beforehand?
I didn't know them. No, it was actually, I had heard Mass Failure years ago when they brought that out, and I've always liked them. But no, I didn't personally know the guys. No, it was more just through hearing about them needing a bass player through other people in the metal community in Scotland, and I just reached out to them, and that's pretty much how it came about.
Yeah.
So, from those early stages of playing covers, how long did it take for you to develop the style that we hear, this chaotic, very riff-oriented style that you guys have now?
Well, I would say that it's like we've just been developing it since day one. It's never going to be finished, and we're always just going to be progressing in our ability of being able to play this kind of stuff. As we've been listening to this kind of music for years and years, and certainly the music that we play is a reflection of the kind of music that we listen to and our influences. So yeah, that kind of does that for us. Yeah.
I'd like to ask about how you guys write songs.
How we write songs?
Yeah. Do you guys always start with riffs, or do you start with drum patterns sometimes? Does it start with you guys in a room together?
Kind of depends. Sometimes I'll have like riffs just kind of sitting there that Tam will kind of put drum beats to, or else like kind of, I suppose vice versa. Like Tam will have like wee drum bits that I'll put like a riff to, or just kind of music comes organically, I suppose.
We use a MIDI program called Guitar Pro to write most of the songs, and we've been doing that since near the beginning of the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We tend to write a riff on that and then take it to the studio and try it out. And if it works out, then we carry on with it. If it doesn't, then we delete it and move on to the next one.
Trade secrets.
And is that the two of you together, Owen and Tam?
Yeah.
That's like,
yeah. Liam's still to show his true colours and give us a riff, but
Yeah. When I joined, like, Into Oblivion was pretty much finished when I had joined, so they didn't let me change anything, Adrian. They just told me that that's what was happening. So I suppose there was some finishing touches that just kind of needed sprinkled on. Some of the bass lines hadn't been written, so I just kind of fit it in to get that release over the line. But certainly in the next album, it's going to be chaotic with the amount of ideas that are flying about the room, I think. But look forward to
Liam-centric.
look forward to how it's going develop.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Are the song structures already set at this Guitar Pro stage, or do you guys go back and forth on arrangements and stuff like that?
Nah, not really. Usually it's like when we first kind of flesh out the ideas, it's just like a really basic kind of structure, and then that's when the real magic happens, I suppose. Like in the studio when we're kind of going like that, like no, this bit doesn't work with that, and we'll maybe change bits about, and it's like a musical jigsaw, basically. That's how I think it.
We just need to put all the pieces together.
Just kind of.
Yeah, we usually get one riff, and then we try and come up with what would come after this, like what would come after that, and then we kind of tune it like that instead of just trying to think of the whole song at once. We do it bit by bit. Yeah.
Okay. Tam, do you do your drum programming in Guitar Pro as well, or do you use another DAW?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. Yeah, I have. It helps me better because I can read music, and it helps me learn the music a lot faster and a lot better if I can see the music in front of me rather than just hearing it.
Okay.
And it allows me to tweak it and try new different ideas.
And so when you send the music to Liam, is it in this Guitar Pro stage, or do you guys record live drums and live guitar?
No, we always just do the MIDI for the drums. We sometimes do live guitars with on Reaper and Pro Tools and stuff like that. But when we're doing the drums, that's the only time the drums get recorded is for an album or a proper recording.
Okay, I see.
I think it kind of started off with when I had initially reached out to the guys, and I think it was Owen who sent me over some of the songs, basically saying, like, try it out, see how you go on. Decided to send me like the hardest song in the entire discography, which I suppose was a good idea, because if I can play that, then I suppose I can play the rest of it. But
you can play anything.
So that's kind of how I think I just organically how it was. The guys shared it with me as I joined. I have that software on my end as well, so I just had to look through it and put any other thoughts across to them. Learned it through that as well. The music's really fast, so it's quite good to have this software to break it down and look at the riffs individually and learn them slow and and build it up. I think doing that in a studio would be quite a challenge. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I suppose we just bounce them back and forwards, and we just keep the most up to date version between us all, and that's pretty much the process.
So yeah.
How often are you guys in a rehearsal space together?
So it's usually like once per week, at most once per week. Well, sorry, at the least once per week. We try to get in as much as we can, but obviously we all have jobs that it's usually like on a Sunday when we're all off that we can get in the studio. But we're constantly talking to each other every single day, messaging each other, just like say if there's like a new riff idea, if there's a new gig coming up, there's something. Yeah, we're in constant contact with each other about it.
Okay.
There's always a good night and a good morning text as well.
I mean, good night, baby.
Every night, all night.
Do you spend your rehearsal time mostly getting ready for gigs, as opposed to songwriting?
Yeah, yes, I would say so. Yeah, we hash out. We write down like a set list and we practice that. We time it. We make sure that it's within the time that we're being granted at the gig. And if it's not, then we make edits to it. We either like play a different song or just cut a song out or stuff like that. Yeah, so we're completely rehearsed in the studio, 100%. And any other time when we're in the studio, it's for writing music. Well, not writing music, sorry. Coming into the studio with ideas and seeing how they work with just what we were talking about previously.
Do you do any further pre-pro before going into the studio? Pre-production with like more fleshed out demos or with vocals or anything like that?
With we led into Oblivion, at least, we did do like a full, like, kind of pre-production album, like demoed it, done all the vocals, made sure everything was like perfectly where we were like imagining it type thing, just so that when it actually came time to record, we kind of like fixed any wee bits that could need changing type thing.
And so that it was a breeze when we were recording.
Because like before, like on like previous records, we never really done that. It was kind of more like just what we played in the studio. That was what we recorded. But I definitely think we led into Oblivion. It definitely benefited from a lot more like we can maybe change this wee bit, or do you know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah.
like last minute tinkering.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
The fourth Scordatura album called Into Oblivion
Fourth Scordatura album, yeah.
Was released a few weeks ago by Everlasting Spear Records. You mentioned you want to progress with every album. How would you say this album is a progression from what you've done in the past?
So our last album was in 2020, and at the time we were like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing we've ever done! Like this is the best music we've came out with." And then when we started writing, like during that time, sorry, we were just like, "There's no chance that we can write better riffs than this. There's no way." But then as we started writing more music, we were just like, "Holy shit, this is like good stuff." We just it just kind of comes natural to us to be kind of less like obvious with riffs and less kind of stock with riffs. we just love to push the envelope as far as we can when we're writing, and anything that sounds really good and really cheeky, we fully endorse. Put it inside a song.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It'd be like boring to do the same album like fucking twice or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have to keep on push the envelope.
Have to keep on keeping on.
Well, what does pushing the envelope mean for you, Owen? Does it always mean faster or more technical, or are there other considerations for you?
Can be it really. Like, as long as it's, I suppose, as long as like the riff kind of makes sense and fits the song type thing. Like I kind of consider anything that we kind of come up with really. Like, see if it kind of fit what we were trying to do, I'd be up for doing it. But
yeah, like we don't have we don't tell ourselves it's like, okay, this needs to be more technical, this needs to sound like this needs to sound like that. We just play the riffs that we think sound good and carry on with that.
Totally.
Okay.
No point in being like, oh, it has to be like a slam bit in here or a fast bit in here or something, because then it's like
you're not playing your music, you're playing
totally.
music that people want you to.
It's like forced then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's probably why it took us 6 years to finish the album.
Do you like to challenge expectations with your song structures? Do you like to keep the listeners?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. We don't want to just be like, okay, here's a death metal album, cool, that's it, finished, on to the next one. We like to hear when people have said, it's like, oh, I listened to it, and then I listened again, and then I listened again, and then I listened again. We want people to reread that book. So we want people just to come back to it all the time and just listen to it. It may be only like a half hour long, but it's a good half hour, I would say. Absolutely.
Half hour, lots of things you can come back to. Replay quality is fucking high on it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
It helps with the kind of intensity as well. The songs are quite short and to the point.
Oh yeah.
It constantly keeps it quite brutal and in your face, and like it's always changing. And people want to hear it. So they'll hear it again and go, I didn't quite catch that bit because it lasted like 2 bars. I want to hear that again. So and they go back to it, and I think that's a big part of why the songs are kind of the way they are.
Absolutely. We're just getting rid of that light. There we go. We can see.
That's
Liam, since this is the first album that you were a part of, what were your impressions of this music versus what the band had done in the past?
I thought it was quite. I think all the albums with Scordatura have been good. This one was quite experimental, I thought, compared to the. It was like Mass Failure, for example, is a very good death metal album, and just I feel like there's some quite funky stuff going on in Into Oblivion. There's some really quite like kind of jazzy inspired rhythms, but with a death metal flavour. And I think that kind of goes back to what Owen was talking about, like just kind of pushing the envelope, just doing something to make people catch their eye and think, I've never really quite heard it like that, And I thought that when I was learning the songs and like starting to play them with the guys at shows and everything, that it was rhythms I hadn't played before and kind of structure I hadn't seen before. So I'd say it was quite experimental, but still rooted in death metal, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Spirit death metal. Yeah.
Tam and Owen, as far as the jazz kind of feeling and and some of the more experimental stuff on the album. Do you come from that kind of background? Do you guys play jazz or?
Yes. When I started playing drums when I was 8 years old, and the first things I learned was jazz. Like, I had always listened to the Dave Brubeck Quartet.
Okay.
Always listened to like stuff like Steely Dan and just different stuff like that, which was less commercialized and more, it's just freehand jazz. And then I started listening to heavier music, and I just wanted to start incorporating both of them into the one piece, and it's worked out for the better, because as Liam was saying, it's more experimental, but it still sounds death metal, but it still sounds good, I would say. Yeah.
I've not got like any kind of jazzy background in it. I just kind of like weird sounding shit.
Can you tell me where you guys recorded the album?
We recorded the drums at Malcolm Abu's studio, the guy that kind of recorded, mixed, and
we produced it.
Yeah.
Done the drums there, and then drums and vocals there. Sorry. Then me and Liam done recorded all the guitars in our own houses, just like kind of on Reaper, reamped them in Malcolm's studio, which is the first time we'd ever done that. Any other record we've done, we've always been like went away to a studio, kind of stayed away for like a couple of weekends or whatever, and kind of finished everything there. I think this is probably the way to go though. Like, I liked it better this way. Like, say, just being able to just fucking sit on my couch and just fucking riff away and
Less stress.
totally. This is no, like, what's the fucking name of it? The red light.
Yeah, red light syndrome.
Or whatever.
It wasn't a performance. You just done it in your own time.
Totally. So it's, I think I definitely got like the kind of best takes that I've had on any kind of Scordatura albums, because I could kind of go back and be like, nah, I'm not really too happy with that bit. I'll go over that in my own time, type thing.
Yeah, for like how technical and fast and death metal this album is, like, we are probably incredibly relaxed people. It doesn't really reflect on our own personalities, to be honest.
This is how we get all the anger out, so we're all calm.
Exactly.
Was this the first time you worked with Malcolm?
He's helped us out for a number of years. He's been a good friend of ours for a number of years, but this was the first time he actually helped us out with recording a full album. He's helped us out before in, like, say, pre-production kind of demos and stuff like that. He's very technical minded, so he knows everything from everything. You ask him a simple question, which seems complicated to us, but to him it's just a snap of the fingers and he's got the answer for you. So he's been a big, massive help to Scordatura for a number of years, and without him we probably wouldn't be where we are today. So it's a big shout out to Malcolm.
The main man.
Main Malcolm.
Or like the sixth man, I suppose. Or the fifth.
Yeah. The officers.
I can't count.
Liam counts as two people.
I'll take up.
Liam, something I ask bass players a lot is the bass sound in death metal can often get lost, between the kick drum and the down-tuned guitars. I'm curious, working with Malcolm, what was your approach to capturing your bass sound?
Yeah, it is a good point. Like, I think the biggest challenge is with bass players in heavier music is dealing with like really detuned, thick guitars, and it can kind of drown you out in the mix. Especially Owen wanting to use 2 amps and Joe Cabot, it just, he takes up a lot of space. So for me, it was very much how do we get the bass standing out. I think Malcolm done a brilliant job with how he reamped it. Initially, I had recorded it using like a Dark Class B7K setup. We had Dingwall in G3, so naturally that's quite a mid-range bass anyway, and it's it can cut through the mix quite well. So that worked really well with the approach that Malcolm took to reamp everything. I think he used it was a Sansamp maybe he used Sansamp head. Can't remember the cap.
Sansamp. Yeah.
But it's a really I think it's a good mix of like a classic kind of death metal tone, but also has a really modern kind of grit to it. And I think that's probably a lot of that probably comes for the equipment that I've used. So yeah, and I think we probably put it up a wee bit louder than you would typically hear. So it lets it kind of sit with the guitar up the front. It helps as well the way that some of the songs are written. Like there's always a wee bit for the bass to have its wee moment in the Scordatura songs. There's always like a couple of fills here and there where it just kind of gets a wee bit to itself. Right. Like in Into Oblivion and Existential Termination and Moy the Void, they all have these kind of, a part where I can introduce the riff as opposed to the guitar doing it, which is a nice change. And then there's the Brutality as well. It's got a kind of pretty heavy breakdown at the end. So yeah, it's a challenge, but I think we managed it to get the bass sitting. I'm quite happy with how it's...
You done all right. Yeah.
Well, it was Malcolm. To be fair, it was Malcolm. Malcolm made it sound that good, to be fair. So another shout out to Malcolm.
We're an equal opportunities band, that's what it was.
Did Malcolm handle the production all the way to the master, or did he send it to someone else?
Quarantine, I'm not actually sure how to say it. Quarantine Men's, he was the guy that mastered it, but up till like from recording, reamping, mixing, that was all Malcolm. He just done everything and kind of answered all our fucking stupid questions the whole way through as well. He sorted us out.
Yeah. Was Quarantine somebody that Malcolm knew, or was somebody that the label recommended?
think so, man. Like to be honest, like I've never even spoke to him or anything. I think Tam spoke to him like just through like Messenger, just to kind of sort out wee small details or something. But put it this way, if Malcolm's like gone with him, I'd say that he comes highly recommended. So
Oh yeah,
and you can with the finished product anyway, million and a half of it. I think it speaks for itself how good that sounds.
absolutely.
As far as the finished production, what did you want Malcolm and Quarantine to bring to the sound? What did you want this album to be?
Well, I think if we put a label on it, then it would probably steer away from that straight away. So we kind of just let the album breathe for itself, to be honest. Malcolm has known us for a number of years, understands what kind of stuff we're trying to bring with this album, and he just executed it flawlessly. He knew what he was doing, and as Owen was saying, it was like he answered all our stupid questions about, like, how is, can you bring this more forward? Can you bring this back? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? And Malcolm is actually very patient, man. A very, very patient Frenchman.
Just saying that there as well.
But both the engineers were French, right?
Oh yeah, he's French. Yeah.
Just what you were saying there as well. Every other album that we've done, when it came to like guitar tone or like kind of how it's to sound, I think everybody that mixed it has always been like, oh, can you give us like maybe an example of like 2 to 3 albums that you want this to sound like, if you know what I mean? Which obviously sounds cool and everything, but I don't think that ever happened with Malcolm. He just kind of, like Tam says, he kind of knows what we are all about. And he just kind of, so he just went for it, and I think it just sounds brilliant, man. It's like, it actually sounds like how I imagine we sound, if you know what I mean, if that makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah. Is clarity important for you guys? Capturing the performances, capturing the nuances of the performances?
Aye, and no. Like when I play live, right, it's like my distortion pedals on like 10, or like the gain's on 10, but it's like I still think the music comes out. Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's one of the you can still hear what I'm playing, even though it's really distorted, I suppose. I think that is definitely one of the things that like is important to us, because like I think there's nothing worse than like going to see like it's like any kind of death metal band, and it's like the mids are totally scooped, and it's fucking, it's like it's cool gig and everything. Like the bands all obviously know what they're doing, but it's just that same noise. Do you know what I mean? It's just like total fucking.
Yeah, we like a heavy sound, but we like to also be able to hear the riff as well.
You can see them playing it, but you can't hear them playing it.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. So the album has been out for a few weeks. Do you guys have any plans for live dates, tours, festival appearances, anything like that?
Yeah, we have a few shows coming up. Our next one is in England, in Hartlepool. That is on the 14th, I believe that is.
11th of July.
11th of July.
Vulgarfest. Check that shit out. It'll be on our Facebook and Instagram pages.
We also have an album release show at the end of August as well. And with that as well, we are playing a couple of shows around it in England as well.
With the Mighty Beetlejuice.
With the Mighty Beetlejuice, yeah. So we have July and August booked up with some live shows, hoping to get quite a good amount of audience from it. We've had a great response from the album being released so far, so we're hoping to see that live as well. Yeah.
Thanks, Phil.
So, Led Into Oblivion is out now through Everlasting Spear Records.
Everlasting Spear Records, yeah.
Gentlemen, please tell the listeners how they can order the album. What's the best way to get it?
So the best place to get it, so we'll have let me see.
You can go for the Everlasting Spear Bandcamp or web store, or else our
Bandcamp or the Scordatura Bandcamp as well, yeah.
In America, it'll be going through, I think it's Night Shift merch. That page is still to be constructed, but it'll be sorted in the next couple of weeks. So
yeah.
MD around the world can get that shit on CD, tape, or vinyl in August, I think, when it comes out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the CD and the cassette are out now, and the vinyl will be coming later in the fall, right?
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell the collectors anything about the vinyl?
It'll be shit hot, man. Shit hot. Yeah.
It's a great collector's piece, and I would say because of the art on it, and it'll be a lot bigger than the CD. Paolo, who done the artwork for the album, it's fantastic art. It's the best we've ever seen. As soon as we seen it, we were like gobsmacked. Our jaws were on the floor when we seen it. So it's definitely a good, like, if you're collecting vinyls for the art piece, then this is up there. Also, if you're collecting vinyls for the music, it's also up there. But it's definitely a good addition to any collection.
It'll look good on your wall.
Yeah.
And if people want to follow the band online and get updates on the live appearances that you mentioned, what's the best way to do that?
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, mainly. We are trying to venture out to different social medias, but mainly it is from the Facebook and Instagram page. We sometimes put up our dates on the Spotify page as well. I don't know if iTunes Music does that as well, but I know that Spotify certainly does that. Yeah.
Guys, it's really nice speaking with you.
It's really nice speaking to you too.
Yes, man. Thank you so much.
That's fun.
Liam, I'm sorry we couldn't get you into the same room as the other two.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine.
But I'll give the last word to you, Liam. Is there anything you want the listeners to know?
Aye, check the album out.
Question.
Check the album out. Let us know what you like about it and what you don't like about it, and we'll maybe do something about it. I don't know, but like you can, we like hearing what people think of the music. Like I think as much feedback as that. If somebody sends us a message saying like, "Oh, that song's class, man," like it goes quite a while, doesn't it? It goes quite a long way, doesn't it? It makes us feel quite good. So.
Oh yeah.
Aye, let us know what you think. Yeah, come to the shows, speak to us at the gigs as well. We're all quite friendly. Well, Tam and Owen are really friendly. So if you come to shows, speak to us at the shows, hang out with us at shows, get a couple of cans. Do you know what I mean? Aye, I'll leave it there.
Nice. That's the man.
Thank you, guys. Tam.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Adrian. Thank you.
Cheers for having us.
Cheers, man. See you. Right.
Like a water,
really cheeky.